Oh wait, you didn't finish your thing.
Oh my! It was just.
I really wanted.
Sorry,
We just told our.
Well, I don't know. It was someone had bothered to.
Yeah, that's the most disturbing parts of these things.
How much effort
to do them? How much put in effort?
It's a real effort. Like, I don't know how much I want to admit. Fuck it. They bothered to do a whole like comic book setup properly. It was well paneled, incredible. It was drawn in the style of the show, and it was Beast Boy double teaming Raven and Starfire, while. And then, like halfway through, Robin watched.
I think I've seen this one.
I think I got it as a kid from a guy in a clown suit. He was handing out. You know how people hand pamphlets to praise Jesus?
Yes.
Yeah, they made me praise him. He asked me because it was in middle school. I remember he was handing them out, and he was in a clown
really
suit.
Disturbing.
He was in a clown suit. 6th grade. It's an amazing time of year. It's horrible. You go from 5th grade to 6th grade. And
it's actually really bad.
Middle school's a horrible idea. Middle school's a horrible idea.
Well, at least it like helps you get into high school.
So across the street,
because by high school you're used to that shit.
Yeah, I know. Cool. So across the street there was a very nervous man in a clown suit. Think John Wayne, not John. Don't think the cowboy John Wayne with
John
makeup.
Wayne Gacy?
John Wayne
the
Gacy.
murderer.
Yes.
He was in a clown.
Yeah.
Okay.
And imagine him handing out, really nervous, covered in sweat, pouring sweat, and handing out comics.
Right.
Little comics. And I didn't know what it was, but I immediately threw it away when I saw it, because that's honestly the first time I was introduced to bestiality.
Jesus Christ.
He was handing them out.
Was it like a promotion thing?
Did you tell an adult?
Huh? No, I saw actually a cop waiting for him to do something. I guess he had a look on his face like he was just waiting for a moment when there weren't kids around so parents wouldn't get nervous.
Now, I want to ask is, this man, dressed like a serial killer, handing out bestial comic books.
Yes.
Was he trying to solicit sex from children, or was he trying to tell children, you should try and fuck a cat? That sounds like a plan for you.
We're losing audience. I can guess.
now I think about it, I think it was to...
He was trying to promote...
Prevent. No, not solicit.
Prevent.
Prevent. He was really poorly drawn pictures to prevent kids from bestiality or any fetishes and God's own way.
Look at that!
Oh!
You don't want that! You don't want that! You don't want that! Don't let that happen!
Exactly, pretty much. Except he didn't yell at the kids, which many people should have.
He was much more subtle.
Now, I'm of the mindset that there are two sorts of sexuality that are unnormal. One is pooing on people.
Yes.
Oh, Cleveland Steamer. Yes.
Cleveland Steamer. And the other is animals and children. Those
Yeah.
are the two. And so I think that if anything,
we
do not condone that.
No.
Yeah.
But if anything, showing people pictures of that is definitely a way to scar them as a child, to make them that way.
That does not help at all. It's like going to a kid, tell him a racial slur and say, okay, now you know the racial slur, you can't say it anymore.
That's exactly what my parents did to me.
You know it. You just can't say it.
But what if you're saying I'm taking it back? Reference! Clerks!
Yeah!
It's the strangest thing in the world. Like, anybody. It's weird. I hate how racial slurs are now universal. Like, the moment you make a racial slur, everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. You can be illiterate and everyone knows it. It's crazy.
A touch of the tar brush.
Exactly.
That's what I have.
You know what I don't like.
Aziz, I'm sorry, I love you.
Is
you're amazing.
When did the Hispanic community steal the N-word and suddenly think it was cool for them to
When we
use
started
it?
hanging out in the ghettos.
Oh, is that it? That was the period? So the 50s then. The 50s.
Yeah,
around there.
Okay. That's okay. I was just wondering because at some point.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, I'm gonna love the comments that come after this. I'm gonna love the comments I'm gonna see from this.
I can hear that cry. It's the sound of numbers dwindling in our viewership.
You're all still imagining that we started with 1 million and that it was like a perfect semester. You start with an A.
I'm assuming there's an amount of people because I advertised a lot to get this off the ground, and I'm just imagining there is a set of people who were listening and like, oh, they are talking about comics, and now we veered off the tangent.
Should we go back to comics?
I don't know, because
I
I
don't
kind of
know.
like where these stories are going.
There was a point. You know how you told the story when you had to explain sex toys to sex toys. Yeah, that story's
story.
there.
I'll
Yeah,
get into that
it's way too long.
Some other episode.
It's way too long.
Look forward to that episode where I talk about it.
Please.
And for the girl who does, if you are listening, you know who you are.
We're
and
gonna-
you had to.
We're gonna name the episode "Sex Toys." That's gonna be
sex toys. Sex toys.
story. Sex toy story.
Sex toy story.
Sex Toy Story.
Sex toy story.
You got a
That is
friend
the sound of
in
us
me.
high fiving.
Ah, yes.
You got a friend in me.
We've just ruined people's childhood.
That means two things.
Oh, Woody and Buzz.
Yes. What about
I
Andy's
used to
mom
call
gets
my
the
fist
Woody?
that.
Oh.
As a kid.
So,
There you go, people. Bold Ink just made another pop culture reference.
Yay!
in a classroom, I had to explain because this was actually when I discovered it, the next day in class. I looked it up in engineering.
Why?
I don't know. I was being really stupid.
Yeah,
you were.
Go on.
Clearly stupid.
You were.
And
I think
some
people agree.
girl looked over my desk and she saw the image. She saw Rule 34, and she, what is Rule 34? And I looked and I said, well, it's really annoying voice. I made that annoying sound just in case she would go away. But problem was, I can clearly hear her typing in curiosity what Rule 34 is.
Right.
And her favorite show is
Favorite?
Avatar.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So
There's so many of those.
yes.
I have.
Worst birthday she ever had. It was her birthday. She was one of those girls where like she brings
Or was it the best?
She brought.
Was it the best?
She brings a cake and balloons at your birthday. It's my birthday. Giant cupcakes that people make to just
I
bang.
wish I could make fun of people who like go around and say it's my birthday, but I kind of did that this year because I
You did
was
do that
turning
this year.
18. I was like, I did that thing where I can't believe I'm turning 18 next year, and as I did it, I felt like a dick for doing it, but I really wanted to get the word out there.
I don't know. I feel like I'm somehow one of those assholes for like the last 5 years. I'm always one of those dicks who's like, oh, yeah, it's gonna be my birthday in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I should have made plans for this. I really should, because I love having friends together and doing things like that. But it's always, oh well. I guess I'm not doing anything this year. And yet I'm very grateful. The last couple of years, my friends just planned everything without telling me.
I don't know why I went to Disneyland for my birthday. I have no idea why I went to Disneyland because
Free, isn't it?
You got like a pass.
Yeah, you get a pass. Yeah, I mean, it's basically waiting at the DMV. Thanks, Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah, we're just like referencing as
Jim
Bowser
Gaffigan
season.
did
Sorry,
a bit
Jim Gaffigan.
about Disneyland, Disney World, because he went to Florida Disney World, so it's like waiting at the DMV on the surface of the sun.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I
Don't you realize now they're 2 hours 30 minutes, and then when you get off the ride, you don't feel better. You don't feel better coming in, and then you start thinking about things for those 2 hours. Like it's never gonna end. It's horrible.